Now at 11, winter weather causing crashes across the state. We're walking you through some of the major risks on the road and when things could get better.
And snow is still falling across parts of central Indiana, but now we're headed into a deep freeze when that slush will turn to ice.
What a day at Lucas Oil Stadium for IHSAA football state championships. We detail the 4A and 6A games. That's coming up for you on 13 Sports.
Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Allison Gormley in tonight for Jenny Runovich. And we are dealing with some major issues across roads in Indiana with winter weather today. We learned just hours ago at least one person has died due to the conditions. The Boone County Sheriff's Office tells us 21-year-old Jordan Perry from Greenwood died after the truck she was in slid off US 241 and struck a tree. The Sheriff's Office is now investigating. Boone County seeing several other crashes from slick conditions on I-65, plus some power outages. And nearly 50 cars involved in a pileup on I-70 out in Vigo County. No word yet on any of those injuries. We also know a state trooper was hurt on the 10th Street exit coming off of 465. State police tell us his car was struck and he was taken to the hospital but not seriously hurt. First responders clearly with their hands full today. And these rough conditions may continue into tomorrow. Rob Ellis is tracking all of the snowfall and what we could see overnight. Rob?
Yeah, we still got the rest of the system to move through. We still have a little bit of leftover moisture. Some snow is still falling. I want to get right into it and show you what we're tracking on radar. We are watching some of this snow start to change over to maybe a little bit of sleet. We expected that to happen, but we still do have some areas of some quick little bursts of snow that may put most of Indy over the 2-inch mark, although it is going to be a little bit difficult in some locations, but there are some totals that have really gone way up. Temperatures are starting to warm up just a little bit. We've got 36 in Bloomington. We expect the temperatures to continue rising over the next several hours. I mentioned some of those storm reports. Let's talk about those because farther to the north, National Weather Service is now starting to enter some of these numbers, and I don't have a lot of reports so far to the south. Brownsburg 3 to 4 inches, not much in Indy, 1 inch to 2 inches here and there. But take a look at some of these values. I just want to put a few of these on the screen. 8 inches of snow in Logansport, and that was as of 7:21, so more has likely fallen on top of that. 8 inches there also in Logansport. We'll hit a couple of more of these. I have seen some 10-inch snow reports. There's an 8-inch snow report. That was as of 9 p.m. This is as of 10:05, so that's only an hour old. 8.5 inches of snow. I have seen some 10 to 11-inch snowfall totals. North of Indianapolis, the snow really was coming down pretty heavily. The issue now is that temperatures are warming up, and I think through about 1 a.m. we'll see the temperatures go above freezing, and within the course of about maybe 5 or 6 hours, these temperatures are going to drop about 10 degrees once the front comes through. That means the deep freeze is back upon us, and any of that slush is going to refreeze. I'll talk about another round of snow in the 7-day forecast coming up.
All right. Well, all of the snow and low temps made for rough conditions out on the road. Brandon Schaff was out there tonight talking to drivers about what they did to stay safe.
We're at a rest stop just north of Lebanon here on I-65 and talking with some of these truck drivers that stopped here. They said it was pretty difficult to see the road in these conditions.
On a night where little was visible, besides flashing hazard lights and faint headlights and taillights, multiple trucks pulled off of the highway to take a break from the constant snowfall. Darian Duncan was headed to Minnesota from Indy and stopped for a few hours, waiting for the weather to improve.
Couldn't see no lanes at all, no lines, no lanes, no nothing. That's why I got off.
Duncan saw a couple of accidents before he stopped. He's experienced with driving in the snow and says ice is the most dangerous.
What advice do you have for the people that are trying to drive in these conditions?
Get off the road. Just get off the road.
For those who need to drive, this is what it looked like behind the wheel Saturday night. Many drivers slowed down to make it to their destination safely. Another truck driver came all the way from Canada and stopped for the night to be on the safe side.
Because of the weather, I couldn't pick up the load. Very bad weather, so it's safe to park in the night.
In Indy, more than 100 DPW trucks dropped salt to pre-treat roadways on predetermined routes. Officials say their team is keeping an eye on the weather so they can adjust as the snow falls.
We've got
dozens and dozens of drivers on the roads live, making sure they're on top of what's going on. They'll do a shift handoff, and we're going to continue to go with these 12-hour rotating shifts as long as we have to.
As for the truck drivers waiting out the storm, they say that they'll leave once it seems safe to get back on the road. Brandon Sheff, 13 News.
New tonight, some stunning pictures from IFD at a house fire near Lawrence. This was on Penwell Way. A fire broke out in the garage and crews got it under control pretty quickly, but the two families who live here are now displaced. A dog was in serious condition, but firefighters quickly got the pup some oxygen. IFD says the dog is now at an animal hospital and is doing a lot better. Tonight, a major rematch from last year over at Lucas Oil. Brownsburg and Westfield duking it out for the Class 6A championship. Our Dominic Miranda breaks down the highlights from this game, plus the 4A championship between Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger and Roncalli.
What a couple of days here at Lucas Oil Stadium. IHSAA state championships for football, and Saturday maybe even better than Friday. We got 4A and 6A on tap for you. Let's start with Class 6A. Brownsburg taking home back-to-back state titles. But how did it happen? They were in search of back-to-back. Westfield in search of 2016. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? A rematch of what was a classic from a year ago. So here we go. Brownsburg already leading 7-3 in the early going. Make it 14-3. Oscar Frieda, who else? Brandon Sharp, 63-yard touchdown. My goodness, what a pitch and catch. He and the Bulldogs were far from done in this one. Second quarter here, Westfield coming to play. Deacon King, what an athlete this kid is. Punches it in from 5 yards out. Westfield trails 14-10. Later in the quarter, rinse, repeat, King from short range all day long for the Northern Illinois commit. It's 2017 late first half. But what did I tell you about Brandon Sharp? This kid is absolutely unbelievable. Not only did he break the 6A state championship receiving yards record on Saturday, but add a 99-yard kickoff return touchdown to the ledger. Yes, sir, another state title record. Brownsburg takes a 30-17 lead into the halftime break. And from there, it was barbecue chicken. The Bulldogs put the finishing touches on late on the Shamrocks and complete the 14-0 season. Your Class 6A state champs for a second straight year. A buzzsaw all season long, 38-31, your final.
Incredible place to coach. I'm honored and I'm proud of our coaching staff who just came up with new stuff and reinventing ourselves. It was a great game.
I mean, it's a surreal feeling, you know, to be able to play at Lucas Oil in front of my community, in front of everybody who cares about me, and just getting it done the way we have. It's a great feeling. I can't even describe it.
The Royals going up against Fort Wayne Dwenger in a rematch of the first game of the season. Roncalli winning that one 3-0. Royals faithful packing the place, and what a start to this one. First offensive play of the game, Zach Dozier. Watch him go. One man to beat. Can't quite do it, but that's a pickup of 79 to the 1-yard line. A couple plays later, it's the QB, Colin Ash, keeping it himself. And just 49 seconds into this game, it's 7-0 Roncalli. Let's take it to the second quarter now. Roncalli trailing 10-7, no longer. Ash hitting Luke Rader over the middle, and he is gone. That is 79 yards to the crib. No one catching him. It's 14-10, Roncalli back out in front. This game was back and forth all night long. Let's get you to an action-packed fourth quarter. We're all tied up at 29 apiece. Swanger lining up for what looks to be a long field goal attempt until it's not. Lucas wins, scrambling to his left. Looks like he's going to tuck it. Throws it at the last second to A.J. Shefferly. He takes it 37 yards for the touchdown. Dwenger, what a play call. 36-29, they lead with 9 to play in the game. Roncalli would have a chance to tie it up as time expired down the stretch. 1 second remaining, 4th and goal. Colin Ash over the middle, tipped, intercepted, and Dwenger wins their first state championship since 2018. Heartbreak for the Royals, 36-29, your final in this one. What a game and what a season for Roncalli.
Proud of our guys. They worked so hard. That senior group, you know, they're special. They were great leaders all season. You know, they continued to battle. They continued to, you know, attack adversity. you know, we were on the other end of things. But again, just so proud of our guys and the way that they fought today.
Another year, another great display here at Lucas Oil Stadium. State championships never disappoint. Congrats to all the state winners. We'll do it again next year. Operation Basketball is next. We'll see you then. Here at Lucas Oil Stadium, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.